Good, beautiful morning, everybody. It is Friday, September the 1st, 2023. Welcome to Shortcuts for Your Soul. I'm your host, William Michael Forbes. Today is our live Q&A day where you can ask the questions you wish to ask and receive the answers that will come through me. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning. We're going to give everybody some time to come through. There's going to be a lot happening on this planet in the next week. A lot of very exciting, wondrous, and intriguing changes, and it's going to be very interesting to see. Hi, Adam. It's going to be very interesting to see how humanity either rises and awakens or goes deeper asleep. So we're going to be getting bombarded with some huge ascension energies in the next couple of days, coming in from the galactic central sun and the sun of our solar system. So be prepared for that. Make certain you're drinking proper water, staying hydrated, keeping your emotions high. Do not be in a low vibrational emotional state. High emotions mean towards peace, contentment, love, playfulness, curiosity, joy. Whereas low emotions, high emotions in a negative way are like anger, frustration, depression, irritation. Stay away from these emotions. If you can't get away from them, meditate, breathe, keep your mind and body as grounded as you possibly can. Go out, spend some time on the earth, drink water, swim in an ocean or a lake. But do things over the next 3 or 4 days that really let you keep your body very, very grounded. These energies that are coming in are real. They are affecting every single human being on this planet. Whether you are rich or poor, it does not matter. Whether you are kind or mean, it does not matter. Every single human soul on this planet is being affected by these ascension energies coming in. They affect us genetically, mentally, emotionally, physically, according to the nature of our dominant state of being. And it's important you understand that. Your dominant state of being. Are you a function of love or are you a function of fear? Because these will be amplified regardless. Even if you're a beautiful person, you get upset, then your upset is going to be amplified. And I'm sure some of you are noticing some of the people around us are being a little batshit crazy. We're doing, why are they behaving like this? Because these energies can only amplify what you hold in your own heart and mind. So please, for your own joy and well-being, keep your energy high. Stay geared towards love and kindness and gentleness, because they will be amplified as easily as fear and anger and judgment and resentment. And there's no escaping for anybody. You cannot escape what is unfolding right now. You are a participant, whether you're conscious of it or not. And it's better to become conscious than to be unconscious. Because if you're unconscious, then you're going to just be run by everybody else. But it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever your consciousness is, conscious, unconscious, superconscious, ego, id, ID, whatever you want to call it, whatever your dominant vibrational state is, emotional state, that is what is going to be amplified, especially in the next week. This is going to be happening more and more as we progress towards 2040s. Our species collectively must learn to shift its consciousness from fear to love, and that has to be an act of will. In other words, if you have an angry nature, you have to use your will to curtail your anger, your judgment, your attack, your greed, your sorrow. There's so much that we have to do as a species in such a short time to do it. Because the outcomes of the functions of fear are very different than the outcomes of the functions of love. They're very different outcomes. And I'm sure you've all experienced people that are good and people that are not so good, and the different way you feel when that happens. So it's true for all of us. Anyway, I just want to put that note out before we get into Q&A. Again, I got a lot of energy swirling around me today, and I'm not sure who or what it is, but it's very important that you feel comfortable enough to just ask your questions, and we'll do the best we can to bring through who is here for you and your unique question. We have about 35 to 45 minutes today, and we will be live again tomorrow at 10 a.m., just so you have that in the back of your mind for the discussion and meditation. I'm told it's going to be Archangel Raphael coming in tomorrow for the discussion and meditation. So please join us for that 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel. If you like any of the content you're hearing here, remember to hit the like, the subscribe button. If you're on TikTok, remember to subscribe, follow, remember, and share this information out with other people, please. For those of you that are wondering, yes, I do private readings, one-on-one, 15 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes. You can find that on my website, williammichaelforbes.com, or in the bio link on my TikTok account, or in the description box below any of my videos on my website. So let's, without further ado, get into this. And look at all the people coming in. Wonderful. Hello, Lauren. Hi, Drusilla. Good to see you. Yes. Some Rainbow Warrior is asking, my throat's been sore and my body aching and been in bed for days now. Is there anything my guides can share that best for helping us? This is coming up more and more and more. And again, parasite cleanse. That's becoming louder and clearer every day. That a lot of the substances and consumer goods that you're ingesting in your body are not very good for your body and contain things that are not conducive to your optimal physical well-being. It would be very beneficial for you at this time to be drinking more water, especially while the throat is sore. The heat, the sore of the throat is a call for water. Whenever you have temperature increase, your body needs to cool down. So it needs things that are cool, watermelon, water, cool things to cool it down. If the body is being very chilled and cold, then you want to add fuel to it. If the body is going from hot to cold, then you want to respect each one in its own time. So if it feels hot, then you want to add something cool. If it goes to cool, you want to add some nutrition, preferably living nutrition to your body. You know, right now, crops are coming in everywhere. If you can get locally grown food, please do so. Please do so. But yeah, a lot of people are going to be experiencing a lot of things like this, Rainbow Warrior, Patty. A lot of people are going to be experiencing more and more of this as these energies come in. So keep your energy towards love, away from fear. Don't get into judgment, anger, guilt, shame. Don't go into any of those emotions, because when you go into them, they're going to be amplified. It's like, consider your emotional energy. You got two channels of expression, love or fear. If you open up the love channel, then energy flows through that. And this energy that's coming in all around us right now from our central sun in this solar system, the energy coming in has been changing and reorganizing and reorchestrating life on this planet from its birth, right? The central sun coordinates and organizes in relation to the consciousness here, what comes, what goes, what lives, what dies. And so you want to be in a vibrational state that opens up this channel of love to flow through you. So these energies will elevate your consciousness up instead of the opposite, which is not so pleasant. And that's what we're seeing this in global politics right now, in greed, in all of these things that are driving our social and economic forces around the world, and the politicians behind the so-called laws they make to establish rules of conduct. Many of these politicians, their negative functions are also amplified. No one is exempt from this. You cannot be exempt from what we are all experiencing. You can either choose love or you can choose fear. There's no Mr. In between here, folks. So choose one. Yeah. Hi, guys. Good morning. Hello, Jesse. Good to see you. If anybody here, if you hear any background, noise in the background, it's because there's a renovation going on. Hi, William. Can you ask Jesus and Raphael to help my back? A lot of pain, discs in neck and back. Sun for stars. Can I just ask you to just lie down? If you can't lie down, then sit your body in a position that's comfortable. If you can't sit, then stand with your feet slightly apart and your hands on your hips. But one of those three positions, assume it. You see, the tendency when one feels pain is to ignore it or avoid it or try to get rid of it. But you must understand the function of pain is a call for love. Always. The function of pain is a call for love. The function of pain is a call for love from either your body or those around you. But you can always know when there is pain in your own body, this is a call for love. That love may be needed in the form of nutrition. That love may be needed in the form of exercise. That love may be needed in the form of ideas and information. That love may be in the form of air or water. You must come to understand what your body is calling to you for. When it is in pain, it is saying, can you please give me what I need? So As you sit or stand in the position that you are in, simply take a slow and deep breath. By doing this, you let the body know you are coming into communion with it. You are joining with it. You are participating with it. So when you take this breath, you breathe the breath in. You hold the breath. So you are now allowing the body to know that you are present with it, and you are now asserting your will with it. And as you exhale, give your body permission to relax. Give all the parts of the body that are in discomfort permission to relax. You will notice that when you exhale, it is always easiest to release tension from your physical body. So continue this process of exhaling and releasing, and each exhale, give your body permission to relax more and more and more fully. As the body continues to relax through the assertion of your breath, turn your awareness to the points of pain in the physical body. Your awareness is capable of perceiving all these points simultaneously. As you perceive these points of pain at this time, they become aware that you are in communion with them. You are connecting with this aspect of the body that is suffering. It now knows you're in connection to it. Now think and speak the following words to these points of pain in your body, and make certain that when you speak these words as if you really, truly mean these words. I am with you. I hear you. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. And allow those points of pain to receive those thoughts. If they're persisting in the pain or the pain is diminished somewhat, still communicate this thought to these points of pain. Even if I do not understand you, I am willing to love you. Let all the points of pain receive that thought from you now. Even if I do not understand you, I'm willing to love you. And pay close attention to how those points of pain react and respond to your extension of the vibration of love through the use of these words, as words construct vibrations of energy into functions of physical dimensions of experience. And gently and repeatedly repeat this process towards these points of pain in your body, and you will begin to feel them diminishing quite rapidly. As the body, once it recognizes it is receiving care, it feels relief. Naturally, even the act of asserting your breath over your body, when you do this, it gives you the awareness, and it gives your body the awareness that you are now in communion. You are connecting to it. You're not ignoring it. You're not denying it. You're not deferring it. You are connecting to it. And what does the body do when you connect to it? It feels your energy. It feels your thoughts. It feels your thoughts all the time. So please be gentle and be kind in the process that you have of thinking towards your body. So many of you complain about your bodies, and you wonder why your bodies are struggling. Stop your complaining towards your body. Stop being mean and cruel to your servants. Your body is your servant, and you are designed to be its master. And what kind of a master are you? Are you a master of extending love, or are you a master of extending judgment? For what you should judge towards your body shall be done upon it. Wow, cool. Thank you so much. Thank you, stars. Somebody's saying, wow, it worked. Wonderful. I'm so glad you guys got that healing. Anybody who did it, I hope you got that. It's a wonderful thing. What happens, they keep telling me healing is a natural function of the relationship you have energetically with your body and the food you put into it, the nutrition, the way you exercise it, and that you've been, yes, I know. So I'm being told to tell you that many of you have been seduced and fascinated into buying and purchasing certain food and substances that are actually extremely detrimental to your bodies. And you may want to evaluate where you are being manipulated into buying, consuming, and eating things that are detrimental to your body, and to stop doing it. Learn to grow some of your own food from from the beautiful mother that sits beneath your feet, that gave you the body in which you can move through this world up within. She gave you that body. Your mother did not make that body. Your father did not make that body. The earth and the sun made that body in which you are moving and breathing and having your being at this time. Become familiar with what is not good for you. Question from Moran. Yes, if you want to ask a question, if you want to ask a private question, anybody who's got a private question, don't want anybody else to know, you can go to the link, the link in my bio on TikTok, and you can ask a private question, and I'll respond to you as soon as I get to it. So if you have a question that's really important and you want to answer, you don't have to book a reading with me. You can do that too. I recommend it because there's so much more information you'll get from that, and so much more that you'll experience from that. So consider that. But yeah, you can, if you want a private question that you don't want anybody else to know, please use the link in my bio on my TikTok channel. Thank you. Moran's asking, I'm in a period of stress. Can I receive a message from my higher guidance? Thank you. The first words that came out was, you must release your stress. De-stress. Stop giving your stress attention. Align yourself to the understanding that something greater still is unfolding for you. Release your hold upon this vibration you call stress. The events are the events that are happening around you, are simply the events that are happening around you. If you choose to engage in the energy of stress about them, then you will experience more such events. But the moment you perceive that tinge of irritation or frustration or anger or uncertainty, the moment you become aware of those energies, the moment you can simply use the breath and release them. And when you release them, you open a doorway to different things being able to happen for you, dear one. This is what happens. When you release, you de-stress. So many of you think you must hold on to everything that you feel. You do not need to hold on to everything that you feel, because some of it is not even yours. It is projected at you from your mass media communications and your politicians and those who would benefit from your enslavement to their ideas and their beliefs and their limitations. Surrender your stress, de-stress. I like that. Hi, guys. Oh, wow. Thank you for subscribing, Jackie. Really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to my TikTok. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to bring our subscribers up. Remember to subscribe. Cheryl's asking, I'm curious if my love connection with Dallas was divinely guided. When can he come home? I'm being told to tell you that every connection based in love is always divinely guided. Any connection that's brought asunder by fear is not divinely ordained. He shall return to you when both your hearts yearn for it to be so. When both your hearts yearn for it to be so, he shall return to you. Yes, I like that. Isn't that pretty cool? That every connection that you have with a person is divinely guided, if it's based in love. I love that. I like that. Very nice. Hi, Ray. It's amazing to see you too here. Thank you so much for that. Takes one to know one. My stuffed back pain, it felt good. Wonderful. So a bunch of you people did that exercise that Master Jesus just had us all do. That was really cool. It's universal. Healing is universal. When one knows how to transmit a healing energy, if anybody's open to receiving it, they'll be healed. And you see that in a lot of these faith healing circles where people that aren't even being healed get healed because the energy being transmitted supports that. But often it comes from ego and not from love. When it comes from love, there's an immediate transformation that becomes almost permanent. You're very welcome. Someone saying, I feel as though I really messed up my life. Do my guides have a message for me, please? Yes, surrender that. Surrender your judgment. You are being far too harsh upon yourself. You have so many years left to experience and explore this world. Step back from your judgment. Step back from it. Do not be so hard upon yourself. Do not let your mind trick you into believing that you are something that you are not. To believe that you are less than what you are is a lie. Your life is not messed up. It is in a process of transformation. Transformation. And if you align yourself to the feelings of joy that await you, even now, if you can align to joy right now, you begin to move that energy into your world. Surrender your judgment. Yes. Do not judge yourself negatively. I resubscribe because you're worth it. Love your messages and wisdom. Thank you so much, Jackie. I really appreciate that very, very much. Thank you so much. I love it when get that kind of support. Thank you so much. Will my mama be okay? Yes, it is important that you understand that if you define your mama in terms of only a human being, then you may be misled into believing something could be wrong. But if you understand your mama in terms of her consciousness, her soul, then every one of you in the end will be okay. Every one of you will be in the end okay. And again, I'm being shown Master Jesus with his hand over his heart. And it's really interesting because I'm seeing Master Jesus holding a young child in his arms. And he's saying, "This is my child whom I love. This is my child whom I love." So I don't think you have to be too concerned about your mama's well-being at all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. Got another subscriber today. That's great on TikTok. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Any message from my mom or daddy? Yes. Yes. He's on your right side. He's coming onto your right side right now. He's coming close to your right side. And your mother's just behind him to his left. But he wants you to receive the Father's love. Receive my love. Yes. And the mother wants you to know she's always behind you. She's always behind you. You can feel that if you want to right now. It's wonderful. Question. Hi, Barb. Good to see you. Question on YouTube from Lauren. May I have a message from Jesus today? My brother is having open heart surgery. Thank you, Lauren. Yes. He's just saying, fear not. Life everlasting. Life everlasting. Understand the truth of these words, and you should have no fear whatsoever. If you truly understand that life everlasting does not mean of this physical world, but life everlasting is what it is. It is what it is. I'm getting Archangel Raphael is really with your brother as he's getting the surgery. He will be with your brother, literally, right? He said he's going to be putting into this very intense emerald ray into the heart section of his body. He says, I will guide the hands of those that are entreating this dear one. I guide their hands and their hearts. I'm being told by him also to tell if your brother's not in surgery right now, then call him and tell him to say thank you in his mind to the good works of these surgeons. Tell him to think that thought, and if he's already in surgery, then simply transmit that thought to the surgeons in your own consciousness. Transmit your gratitude for their good works, and have fun with that. Much love to you and your brother. Question from Vio. Could I have a message, advice from my mother? Thank you. I don't know why, but she's saying you're a big girl now. You have nothing to fear. If this is what you need, this is what you need. Do not fear. Do not be in fear. Do not be in fear. You can do this. It is what you asked for. You can do this. Be not in fear. Be not in fear. And I don't know why, but I'm being shown this golden bell She's showing me this golden bell with a red string on it. Something about this bell that it's a golden bell ringing. I don't sound. Again, you might want to consider listening to certain sounds today, like certain sounds from bells or bowls. But she's like ringing this bell. It's like a gold bell with a little red string on it, just hanging and just being rang. So it's not a high-pitched tone, but it's a bell. Hear the bell. Listen to the bell. Again, let us know what that bell, that sound of a bell means for you, Vio, if you know anything about a bell. Thank you so much. Santhya Shri is saying, I'm planning to subscribe once I get my job. Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It's a wonderful thing. I hope you get that job really soon. Again, feel it. If I asked you the question, how would you feel if you already had the job you wanted? How would it feel? And the moment you have a response inside you, that's the vibration you want to amplify. So consider that. How would you feel if you already had the job? And then sit in the energy of that feeling. Because once you sit in the energy of a feeling, you're now embodying that feeling, and you begin to bring that feeling into the world. The minute you connect to an emotion, a feeling, you begin to bring it into this world, into manifestation. So I wish you good luck with that, and much joy, and much prosperity too. Someone says, I'm healing from a broken heart from 5 years ago. Stacy, stop it. Stop berating yourself. Stop going over what happened. Stop replaying it. You keep reliving it. You are preventing your happiness by reliving this and reliving this and reliving this. Are you not ready to receive the joy of love again? As long as you hold on to this, you keep the joy of love in sacrifice. You cannot have it or experience it. So surrender your judgment and your suffering. Stop reviewing those experiences. Give consideration to what would you have now that would give you joy. And you cannot expect change to happen if you don't want it to happen. If you wish to be back there in time, you can never go forward to where you were intended to be. You were not intended to be there because you are here now, but you are still holding back in the past, and you keep all the good that you're seeking away from you. Stop this. Stop looking back. Open your heart to what you may have now in a beautiful and new and dynamic way. Stop looking back. Stop it. Stop judging yourself. Stop being angry. Stop being guilty. Stop attacking yourself. Stop it. Yeah, it's one of your guardian angels, by the way. They've been trying to get you to stop it for a long time. He's saying for you it's been like OCD. You've been so addicted and attached to those emotions of suffering, right? You're so familiar with them now. You have to let them go. You have to let them go. Sit down and connect. If I felt love now, how would it feel? Ask that question of yourself right now. Okay, I'll tell her. Ask that question of yourself. If I had love now, how would I feel? Not love I remember. If I had love now, how would I feel? Don't make that love contingent upon someone from your past. If you had love, how would it feel right now? And then rest in that feeling and open the door to what you are able to receive. You are able to receive, you know that. You're very able to receive. Question from Baba Gira. Does Lady Nada have a message for me in my current state of consciousness? I don't know why they're giving me these words, but the words I'm getting are glow higher. G-L-O-W. Glow higher. Am I hearing that correctly? Yes. So glow higher. I presume that means if you raise your consciousness higher, if you raise yourself closer to your highest approximation of love. Is that going to be sufficient? Yes. Okay. You want to try that. Like raise your vibration of understanding of love. Raise it higher. That feeling of love, raise it higher. Like really, you can do that. The minute you put your attention on an idea, the mind and body begin to generate that energy, and you begin to pull that energy into. Hi, William. Is there any message from my guides right now, please? Hi, Rav.
Ray.
Oh, it looks like, I'm sorry, Rav. Look, I thought it was Rav, but it's Ray, apparently. I don't know why, but I'm seeing someone carrying a burden on their back. I'm being shown like a man that is old from carrying this burden that has to be released. It has to be released. You cannot carry it any further. You ask us for your words of wisdom from us, but you're unwilling to let that go. Yes, we will not disclose to this one what it is, but you must let that go. You must not carry that old burden any longer. Cease carrying that old burden. I'm also seeing a big dollar sign coming after that. There's a big dollar sign coming after this burden is released. Yes, I will tell him. So there's a big dollar sign coming after this burden that you've been carrying is released. You got to release that burden. And it's an emotional burden. Oh, it's always an emotional burden. You're either carrying love or you're carrying fear in your heart. Love is so easy to carry. Fear is burdensome. And all the children of fear and all the children of love are different, very different. Thank you so much for that. Someone saying, I absolutely love your lives. I gained so much knowledge. It makes me feel more at ease. Thank you, Ash. Really appreciate that. Yes, Kathy, if you want a reading, go to my link, the link in my bio on my TikTok channel, and you can click there and you can see all the options you have for having a reading with me, from a single question to 15 minutes to half an hour to an hour. Yes, absolutely. Please do that. Or if you want, you can go alternatively to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to reading for you. That'd be a lot of fun. Someone's asking, so are there still people sending and wishing bad things for me and my mom after Dad passed? Only if you're open and receptive. Only if you are open and receptive. If both of you are open and receptive to being judged, then you will receive judgment. If you're open and receptive to being grateful and receiving the love and guidance, yes, he says he has not left you. He's been trying to get you guys to go forward. He left because it was his time to leave. Do not take it personally. Don't take his departure personally. Every soul has its pathway. But yes, do not invite these things into your life with such thoughts. Do not invite these things into your life with such thoughts. Do not invite those things into your life with such thoughts. Because you do. The moment you think it, you invite it in. Very funny. Thank you so much. Lynn's asking, will my health get better? I'm getting a strong yes, but I'm getting shown this horn of plenty filled with fruits. It's like the image of the horn of plenty, if you've ever seen the horn of plenty. It's filled with fruits, like bright fruits, watermelons, red, lots of red in these fruits. Yes, so yes, I will. And so that I'm being told to tell you that you need to really engage in more red, vibrant, living fruits to really begin to shift. There's something in the red that will really help you. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hi, guys. Question from Kathy. I feel surrounded by so much energy and love at this moment. Who are my guides at this moment? Message for me. Well, you've got, again, one of the beings that works with you is Mother Mary. And yes, the function of healing becomes very important for you, Kathy. The function of healing through your connection to this one. Other guides? I'm getting like these short little gnome-like beings. Again, that's just the language my brain has for interpreting what I'm seeing. But they're like gnome-like beings. They're small. They're about 2.5, 3 feet tall. They vary in size, but there's 4 or 5 of them that work with you. They work with stone and tree. Stone and tree. What you would call crystals. And the use of these crystals in using them as devices for interpreting the messages from the trees. That's new. So learning to use crystals. These beings, there's 4 of them with you that want you to use crystals as a mechanism for translating the information that trees are trying to give you. Again, they're saying that you have done this before, you will remember it again. You'll see the information when it comes into your mind. They're saying start with the quartz. Start with the quartz first. That'll be really beneficial for you. Start with the quartz. Go to the trees and feel the information that you receive from them. That's really cool, Kathy. Thank you so much. I got that. Oh, thank you for the stars. I really appreciate it, Jackie. Question: what are the energies for September? How can we benefit? It's a great question, Silver Dragon. I don't know if you were here at the very, very beginning, but there's a massive amount of energy coming to this planet, especially over the next 4 or 5 days. Science calls them solar flares or coronal mass ejections or gamma radiation. Whatever name they want to give it, they can give it. These energies alter, change, amplify, and transform consciousness on this planet. It affects DNA and the life forms that come and go upon this planet since this planet's inception. So the best thing you can do is keep your energy really high. A lot of people complaining about the sun and how hot and bright it is. Be less resistant to it. Understand that it's offering you energy. So if anything else, keep your energy more centered towards love than fear. Because whatever emotional state any of you is in, any of us, doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, your dominant emotional state is going to get amplified. And your actions always spring forth from your emotions, without question. Every human action is a product of emotional qualities generated in our bodies by our minds or the influences of others over our minds. So this month, I highly encourage you, stay as closely centered in love, joy, playfulness as you possibly can, because that will be amplified as equally as your anger and your frustration, your irritation can also be amplified. But this is the time of choosing between fear and love, or if you want to use choosing between God and the devil, evil, good. It's really that simple. So yeah, great question. I really appreciate it, Silver Dragon. Please do that. Water, grounding, getting out in nature, anything you can do to keep your body's vibration high, your thoughts high, your energy high, which is emotion. Energy and emotion are the same thing, right? Emotion, energy and motion. Someone saying, I'm overwhelmed at work. Hello, Tiffany, one of my subscribers. Overwhelmed at work. Should I look elsewhere? Well, you've got two choices, I'm being told. The first choice is you can continue being connected to being overwhelmed, or you can increase your joy, the joy at the opportunity to do more and become more for yourself. Your other option is to open to something that would be more joyous, but that would require that you be invited, the vibration of joy be invited into your heart, that you invite joy into your life, to invite joy into your job. And then you will either increase the joy you have where you are, or you will also find yourself opening to a job that will give you the joy that you are seeking. And you must be it to receive it. You must be joy to receive joy. Just as if you are fear, you will receive fear. If you are overwhelmed, you will receive overwhelmed. If you're in a state of joy, you will not be overwhelmed. You will be in joy. So you can be overwhelmed with joy about the opportunities for you to become more of what you are. Very exciting, isn't it? Very exciting. I see that. I've just realized now how I can tell when it's my subscribers asking questions. Thank you so much. Cynthia's asking, do you have a message for me regarding my career? I graduate college soon. You know, a lot of people going to college find themselves being fearful of a world that's different than what you're familiar with. But be excited. Do not let fear govern your steps forward from here. Do not let your fear govern your steps forward. Let your excitement and anticipation guide the events in your life, for then you will be surprised by the good that can come in this fashion. Please understand that you can be governed by your fear, or you can be governed by your creations of love and joy. There are only these two options, fear or love. Do not let fear govern you. Do not let that be what governs you. Let your excitement, your anticipation about the new possibilities that you do not know, and that the unknown can be beautiful and wondrous and joyful for you and for all of you. It's true. Yes. Someone's asking, Angela's asking, do you have a message for me from my mom? Wow, Angela, I've got this wonderful white and gold light just dropping down on me. I'm getting goosebumps everywhere. And this is this communication of, I'll call it, because of where she is in consciousness now, a function of her divine love, a function of her divine, be open to receiving it. Like, allow yourself right now, close your eyes, put your hand over your heart, or open your hands up like this. Seriously. Open up to receive what she's transmitting. She says, I'm always transmitting it to her, but sometimes she gets caught up in her suffering. Yes. She's got a really interesting voice. Yeah, bring this down. Let it come down. Receive that. Receive that love from her, because it's there. Remember, these bodies, these meat sacks we're in, are only temporary, right? Get to enjoy the journey while we're in it. I'm so grateful. Thank you for your question. Really appreciate it. And thank you for your support. Another person asking, can I get a message from my mother that's passed in 2017? She's not in the physical dimension, but again, she's saying you can be really thick-headed sometimes. She's been knocking on your head. If you had a couple of bangs on the head, it's your mother trying to get through to you. Yes. Get on with it. I am not forgotten you. Yes. You're not forgotten and you are not forsaken. Yes. I don't know why, but she's showing me papers and books. There's something about writing or reading. Something about writing and reading for you. Write it up. Write it. I don't know that, but she's just saying, write it up. Write it, write it, write it, write it. She's saying it very quickly because she knows she's got a limited period of time this morning. Again, there's a lot more information that's available for you. And if you want to get some really deep, in-depth communication, you can always book a reading with me through my website at any time, or use the link in my bio on my TikTok channel, or under the description box in any one of my YouTube videos. Yes. Someone's asking here on YouTube, my awakening began after I demanded the universe reveal the true purpose of this lifetime. I've grown much in every way, yet I do not know what I'm here to do. Is there guidance for me? Thank you. Sometimes it's not about acquiring something or being this or that. Sometimes your energy is the most important thing for you, to be in the state of love and grace that you are moving towards. They're saying you're accelerating towards that. To not anticipate what that should be, but to allow it to be revealed to you, to allow the vibration of your being to reveal itself to you as the experiences that are to come now. You must understand the cultivation of the qualities of love that you have diligently worked towards will produce an effect in your physical world. And in that effect, the function of your love will be revealed. For your love has a function in service to others. Your love has a function in service to others. And that should be quite a delight for you. Wow, I like that. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Oh, hi, Mike. How you doing? Yeah, lots of things happening today. Just scrolling up here. Let's see, we got here. Hi, Mary. Good to see you, darling. Mary's asking, my husband suffers from chronic anger and sadness. I try to keep my vibration high and offer him compassion and understanding, but I often feel lonely and emotionally exhausted. Help, please. Mary, I know trying to offer your husband direct support the way you're doing it isn't working, and it's not because it can't work. You need to do it on a different level. I'm told to tell you, you need to communicate and talk to his higher self. So rather than talking to his personality, which is what his anger and sadness, he's stuck in his past. He's stuck. They're saying like he's up to here, up to his chest in his past. He's holding on to his past, right? So what you can do is talk to his higher self, and don't tell him what to be or what to do, but communicate to his higher self nothing but your love. Do this for 3 days. Just whatever way you can imagine his higher self, as a ball of white light or whatever you can imagine as, You want to connect to his higher self with your love and say, I love you, I honor you, I cherish you, I support you in whatever way possible. And let that be the statement, the energy that you offer to him without directly confronting him. And then observe, usually within a few hours of doing this, you'll start to see some changes. And then just keep doing it. Don't try to correct him or modify him. Just let your love direct things. Again, I would highly encourage you to maybe advise him to come and book a reading with me, or find someone who knows how to coach him in terms of dealing with his own emotional energy, because he's not his emotions. You are not your anger. You are not your sadness. They're energies that you've acquired from this world. You weren't born in anger. You weren't born in sadness. You weren't born violent. You weren't born guilty. You weren't born ashamed. You were born open and receptive, and the world gave you a bunch of stuff. And now you're attached to it. You need to get unattached from the stuff the world has given you. A lot of the negative emotions that are being pumped through the mass media communications of fear and anger and, oh my goodness, and war, they keep you in a vibration of fear. You're being kept in that vibration of fear because it limits your creative capacity. It makes you subjective to the external world. Surrender the fear. Surrender the anger. Surrender the sadness. It's not who you are. You are not your emotions. Your emotions are energy that you've acquired from your own thinking or what you've been given from the world. Thought creates emotions. So you want to learn how to let go of old emotions. And we have a Masterclass program called our Masterclass 102, which will be beginning sometime later in the fall. And that program deals specifically with how to release old, dense emotions out of the body, out of the mind, and all the thoughts connected to them. It's really simple and easy. It's not designed to be a 10, 20-year therapeutic process when something can be really easily done. Just let it go. You hear all the gurus and mystics say that. Just let it go. But there's a process. It's easy for someone to say, let it go. But if they don't show you the process for letting go, how can you do that? Anyway, I invite you to go check out our masterclass as well. That will really help you. Thank you for that question, Mary. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Shantae. Good to see you. Yeah, someone's saying here on, someone's saying, there are some good things in Big Pharma. Not all have ill intentions. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. But it's in such a small percentage of like 1/10 of 1% of what's happening in Big Pharma is really of benefit to humanity. And most of what's in Big Pharma comes from nature anyway. They've taken what naturally was available to everybody and they profit from it. And that's where pharma is evil. What should be given freely should be given freely. The trees were not given for a man to own. The lands were not given for any man to own. The lands and the trees and the birds and the fishes, all things were given for humanity to share with love and grace. To share with love and grace. But yes, there are some good benefits to anything. There always are. There always are. Sorry, that was me personally, guys. I do have my own personal opinions too. Question from Kat. Can I please get a message from Master Jesus? Yes. Stay in love. Stay in love. Let it be your only offering to the world. Let it be the only offering to the world. Wow. I like that. Really simple. Someone's saying here, good morning, Michael. Today I'm humbling, asking for help with my dog, Sophie. She's really sick, and I would like to know how to help her cross with peace, not fear. Yes, remember to stay really close to her, because you know she's crossing. She knows she's crossing. The fear that you see, the fear that you're feeling, is the fear that she's feeling leaving you. She's afraid of how you're going to be. Let her know you're going to be okay. Like when you look at her, say, I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Like really important. And if you want to make the transition really easy, let her know it's okay. So many people hold on to loved ones and for years, people will keep holding on to them. I don't want them to leave. So they shrivel up, they get completely dependent, they suffer, they hold on because they love you. Don't do that to your little beautiful Sophie. She's ready to go, but she's afraid of how you're going to be. Let her know you're going to be okay. Let her know she's going to be okay. Really do that. When your loved ones are ready to leave, they're ready to leave it. Support them. Love them, appreciate them, be open to whatever journey they want to go on. If they want to leave now, let them leave now. If they want to linger for a while, let them linger, but be open and receptive to them being able to leave when they want to leave. Don't try to hold your loved ones into this realm, right? Your loved ones are not the body. Your loved ones are not the body. The body is just the instrument through which that soul has passed through this physical world. But yeah, your dear Sophie, she just wants to know you're going to be okay. Let her know that you're going to be okay. It'll be a much easier transition for her once they know you're going to be okay. Let's see here. The news is saying a new variant of COVID is coming. Your thoughts? I don't know. All the Ascended Masters are laughing right now. They're just laughing at this joke. And again, I'm not... there are people that have been taught to believe what they've been taught to believe, and those that have been taught to believe what they've been taught to believe have not many learned how to evaluate outside of what they've been taught to believe. You must learn to think outside of what you've been taught so that you can evaluate. And if you choose to support and believe something that is false, as if it were true, then that which is false will be true to you, but it will still be false. And there are consequences and effects to believing that which is false to be true. There are consequences to believing that that which is false is true. For all of you, those who perpetuate the lie and those who live the lie with those who perpetuate it, there are consequences to presenting a lie as the truth or the truth as a lie. And that is our opinion on this. Wow. Shantae, thank you so much for that super chat on YouTube. I really appreciate it. Good morning. My question is, what does September have in store for me? Any guidance on what should my next steps be, please? Great question, Shantae. And I don't know why, but I'm getting so much laughter coming in for you. Like, there's just this joy coming in for you. Engage your joy. Like, yes, the joy of the unexpected. Be in that spirit. Be in the joy of the unexpected. The not knowing of joy. That is to not have to know what you desire to know, to simply let your joy be revealed. Let your joy be revealed. Let your joy be revealed. But be in that spirit, for in that spirit that you are, you shall live, and the world around you shall move in that fashion also. But yeah, lots of laughter and giggling, like joy, like really stay connected to joy. Find things that stimulate your joy. If you can't generate it internally, then find things you can experience that literally elevate your joy up. Humanity needs to do this, not just you, but all of us need to elevate our energy up. If you don't believe that the sun is reacting to our consciousness as we react to its consciousness, you're not quite aware. But let your joy govern. I'm so excited for you, Shantae. I just get all this laughter coming. It's incredible. So have fun, but keep yourself aligned to joy. Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. Yeah, I get it. Another super chat here from Monica. Hi, Monica. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Michael. I would like to have guidance on how to help my dog, Sophie. She's really sick, and I know we got that. That's wonderful. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. I didn't even see the super chat, but I caught your question earlier. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Someone saying here, I found out about through Khan. Have been binging on your content. Question, do my guides see me moving anytime soon? Thanks. Hi, Ashen. I really appreciate your question. And thank you, Khan, so much, my brother, for your support. And it's amazing. We have such a beautiful community of people growing and evolving, recognizing that the function of love is more important than the function of fear. Well, I guess, okay. They're saying it's not more important. It's just a different function. Okay. But I'm getting a pause. Like, it is time to go within. Yes. There's this. You need to rest in the lotus of the heart. 7 days. You need to rest in the lotus of the heart for 7 days. This can be done from the physical perspective if you've not quite cultivated the sense of this energy. You can bring your awareness to the point near the back of the physical heart, near the back of the physical heart, and rest in the vibration of the lotus, opening and closing there with the heartbeat. Be in that. Be in that. In 7 days, it shall be revealed to you the move that will be necessary. Wow, that's really cool. I like that. The lotus of the heart. That it opens and closes with the beating of your heart, and to rest in that energy. 7 days. That's going to be interesting to try. Please let us know how that goes. Thank you so much. Yeah, we got there. Hi, guys. Positive thinking. Does this bring the spirits closer that you think have abandoned you? Well, positive thinking is only useful if you can have an emotion that you create from it. So you can go, I love my life. I love my life. You can say the words, but if you don't generate the energy, if you don't let the thought generate the energy, and the thought does, every thought generates an energy. So when you say the words, I love my life, and you just pause and feel that little ripple that happens from that first thought, I love my life, and just feel the energy that comes from the thought. And then when you feel the energy from that thought, then say the thought again, I love my life, and feel the energy ingrained. And as you continue that process, you'll build that energy up. You'll build the energy of I love my life, and the energy of I love my life will cause very specific effects. Just as I'm afraid of what's going to happen will cause very specific effects, right? Love and fear are creative energies. They drive all human functions, good and not so good. Please understand, all emotions drive every human action. And you get to choose what energy you will use, love or fear. And I pray and transmit the desire that you function from the love that is truly who you are anyway. Outside of what you've been conditioned to believe, you are truly a function of love. You came here in love in response to it. So I hope you will do that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that thought. Got a question from Base Boosted. Hello, my brother. There is definitely nothing to fear, my friend. It's all a beautiful process experience, always from the heart space. Today is a new day of automatic symbolic structure action. Thank you so much, Base Boosted. And it's absolutely true. We get to create that stuff. I'm not sure what Drusilla is saying. Don't believe it too, but it sounds exciting. Let's see here. Christina from Ottawa. Hi, Christina. What do I need to do to grow in my spiritual quest as a spiritual bridge? Christina, get out of Ottawa. The energy there is so dark and low vibrational. It's one of the reasons why you're feeling the uncertainty you're feeling. Find a way to leave that city. It is a city where the seat of evil has taken root in Canada. But I'm being told to tell you there's also some things that you can do to counter that. You can take an amethyst and put it in the corner of your living room, one corner, a piece of amethyst in each corner of your living room. That will counter some of that. That will also give you clarity in your meditations that you're seeking. You'll find the clarity you're seeking in your meditations. So make certain you place those amethysts in the four corners of the living room. Contrary to what people think, every substance, every structure that exists emits, transmits, and receives vibration. So there's nothing airy-fairy about the use of a material, an energy that's emanated from amethyst. Master Saint Germain uses that type of energy as well. So you want to consider that. And yeah, you'll get the guidance you're seeking. You'll get the guidance you're seeking. Someone's saying, oh, I got my children back, and it was a long, hard journey. I need to know my mom is here, please. Congratulations on getting your children. I can feel the joy of that, the relief. And I can also sense that there's still some confusion and misunderstanding. But leave that. Leave that fear. Leave that confusion. Yes. Yes. She's so happy for you. Yeah. She was pulling for you the whole time. She was pulling for you the whole time. It was inevitable. The outcome was inevitable. Yeah. It's important, too, that no matter what comes, yes, to keep yourself centered in love, even about their father, like even about him and the system that's involved in this. Like keep yourself in a state of gratitude about all of that. Keep yourself in a state of gratitude for all that happened. Don't be angry, Lord, look what happened to me. No, stay in the energy of gratitude now. No matter where you go, whatever you look at or think about, let the energy of gratitude really permeate that. Yes. She's tried to come to you at night sometimes. And you wake up suddenly and you find yourself wondering why you're waking up. That's when she's waking you up. Okay? So remember that. You're not alone. We never really are. Thank you so much for those gifter badges. Really appreciate it. Yes, here we go. Yeah, I got it. Question from Rue. Good morning. Is there a message for me today? I could really use one this morning. Thank you. I'm being told to tell you, breathe. Breathe deeply right now. Breathe deeply. Feel the breath of life that you have just given into your body. And release the fear. Release your trepidation. Release your uncertainty. Do this. And then breathe the life again in. Draw life into your life. Draw life into your life. Draw life into your life with your breath. Draw it in this fashion. And release your fear. Release your fear. Release your fear. Yes, you'll feel your energy going up right away. In fact, you are right now. Stay in that rise of energy. That rise in energy, even if you do not know where it is going, will bring and precipitate events. Your emotional energy precipitates events. And when you can embody an emotion, you will embody an event in your experience. Very exciting, isn't it? Very exciting. Yeah, I get it. Thank you so much. I think we have time enough for 2 more questions, and we're going to call it another beautiful day. Yes. Got that question. Oh, so many questions today, guys. Someone saying, I'm so confused as a nurse, so if we believe COVID is real, it will be real. Again, if you understand psychosomatic illness, then yes, humans have the capacity to create sickness and disease with their own thoughts. And if you believe a certain thing, even if it isn't true, your body will react and respond to it as if, because your body can't tell the difference between fantasy and reality. If you're watching a movie on TV and something scary is going on, you find your body's going, oh my God, what's happening, right? Or you're watching something on a show and it's exciting, you laugh. Your body cannot tell the difference between fantasy and reality. So be very careful with what you listen to on news, from your politicians, from your leaders, from anybody. Be careful. Because even if it's not true, the moment you believe it, it becomes your reality. So be mindful of that. But thank you for your service as a nurse, because I know you are truly a healer. All doctors, all nurses, they came in to be healers. They did not come to be mutilating and harming people. Their initial intention came to heal. Every doctor, every nurse, every medical practitioner, you came into this world to heal. You are a healer by nature, by spirit. And you got caught up in a system of greed and money and power and control and suffering. And you're now encapsulated in that reality. And you've forgotten your function of healing, and now you have simply caught up in the very machinations that put you there in the first place. True healers understand the function of energy. Master Jesus didn't use a surgical knife. He's never used any instruments. Might have used water or something to put on the person's forehead, but he never invaded their body or gave them a pill or a drug. He said, eat water, drink water, eat good food. Clean your bowels out once in a while. He said very specific things about what we could do, right? And every master has done the same thing. Every guru, every Yogananda Paramahansa did the same thing. Eat properly, certain functional things. And doctors and nurses by nature, you are truly healers. And I have great compassion. You may have gained a lot of wealth and position of comfort in materialism, but your souls are struggling. I mean, you've now become unconscious to what you've become, many of you. And anyway, I've got great respect for healers, all of them. And I just wish that the illusion of the lies be torn asunder, that those that came here to heal be awakened and recognize the truth of their function and honor it. For what does it gain you to have the whole world and the comforts of all things when those you love will simply sicken and die around you by the very thing that you seek to support? But if you remember your true nature and your true function as a healer, what other things can you do but good? And that's not to say the entire system is the way it is, because there are some beautiful doctors and beautiful nurses and wonderful people in that system that understand true health, how to use the science, the real science of healing, not just for profit, but for the real intention which all healing was intended, which is to liberate people from suffering. That's what healing is. It's to liberate people from suffering, not just suffering the body, but suffering of the mind and the soul. And the same thing is true for like the mental sciences, the psychologies and the psychiatries and all these different things. Unfortunately, they've become systems of enslaving people to emotional subservience and not liberating them to their spiritual nature. You're supposed to be those that came in to help the soul and the mind were here to elevate you back to God. Your purpose was to bring people back to the divine, to bring them into connection to their divinity. That is why you came to help people with their suffering, to help elevate them back to their divinity, not to enslave them to their mind and enslave them to their suffering or enslave them to your pocketbook. You came here to bring people back to spirit, to the connection of their divinity. Wow. Thank you, Miss Pendulum. I had no idea all that was going to come out. It's a wonderful thing. Yes, we got that. And I got time for one more question. I think we'll take it from... Oh, thank you so much. I'm really grateful you love the messages. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. So we'll take one more question from YouTube now. And I'll take one more question from TikTok. Yeah, I don't do... If you're asking a bunch of different questions, I can only take one at a time. There's lots of other people. Question from Terry. Terry Norton Austin on YouTube. Will I move on from my toxic home? Thank you. I'm being told as long as you hold on to the toxic feelings inside yourself, it will be difficult for you to leave. Again, if you embrace the excitement and the anticipation of being free in love, not free from toxicity, but to be free in love. You see, you were seeking to get free of your toxicity, but while you were trying to get free of your toxicity, you are actually holding on to toxicity. Your attention is upon it, so you cannot go anywhere. It's like you're holding the rung of the ladder and trying to climb up without letting it go. So do not engage the toxicity. Simply connect to the energy of your excitement that you are moving towards love in your life. I'm moving towards love in my life now. And the way will open itself to you. The way will open itself to you. Wow. Thank you. That's beautiful. One more question on TikTok here. Here we go. Cheryl asking, I'm curious if my love connection, that was answered a long time ago. So we'll try to find another one here. Thank you. Very helpful message. Can you answer the question about Elizabeth, the grandmother? She's not in that position anymore. She's back in an incarnation now. She's back in an incarnation now. They've already met. They've already reconnected. I'm being told to tell you that. I'm being told to answer this question as well. Yeah. I'm getting, again, she's back in incarnation now. As to if I go back, if I connect to her higher self and try to connect to that energy, she's back here to learn that. She's going to experience it herself now. She's going to experience it to learn the other side. She didn't learn the lesson. That's why she's back in already. She did not learn the lesson of it. She took it as okay. So no, she's come back to learn the lesson. So she's going to experience her version of what was done to you, and then she might learn the lesson. Sometimes we have to experience the very thing we don't want to learn what we need to learn. Anyway, I have much compassion for you and for those involved, but I also have compassion for her, because I know the suffering she's going to go through, right? when you do unto others, it will be done unto you. Right? So I want to wish you all much love and have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. Again, thank you for all your support, the super chats, the flowers, the roses, the new subscribers I got today. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Remember, like, share. If you want to book a reading with me, you can do so through my bio. And come join us tomorrow with Archangel Raphael, who's going to be doing a discussion on healing. That'll be at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and a short meditation on healing. So if you're wanting to experience Archangel Raphael's healing of energy, then please join us tomorrow at 10 a.m. I want to wish you all much love. And thank you once again. Bye for now.